Captain on the bridge.
All right, captains, we are back on the bridge here, and today what we wanted to do is revisit some ships that we have not visited in a while. And tonight it's going to be the Eclipse. Now, a couple of videos back, we did a build on the Guardian, which I'd mentioned I had gotten the Delta Rising pack. And this Eclipse is one of those ships that came from the pack. Now, with the recent redo of the Intel spec, we thought it would be fun to revisit this. So, what we will do is go over the build, weapons, base set, console, stations, traits, and buffs, take it into Elite Argala and see how it does. This ship is pretty old. Like I said, this came out in Delta Rising. It has a very unique look to it. A very stealthy look. I kind of didn't like it at first. I still don't like it like 100%, but for what it was trying to go for, it works. So here we go. So I called it the USS Intel Update. Yes, I'm very original with my names. Eclipse Intel Cruiser. So here we go. This is what we did. This ship, when you actually redeem it from the C-Store, comes with phasers. So that's why we kept with that theme of phasers. And to really boost up the sort of change they did, especially for a certain power that I absolutely love, that I've mentioned before, that I even used even before the Intel updates. Here we go. For weapons, we have 4 of these phaser beam arrays, crit DM damage 3 with the pen mod. We decided to go use that. This I just got from the exchange. Easy peasy on that in the 4 weapons. Deflector, nothing too different when we do energy builds. Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector from your fleet colony. The Prevailing Innovated Impulse and is from your competition rep. The Elite Fleet Plasma Integrated Warp Core, which is from your fleet spire. And the Tilly's Review Pending Modified Shield, which is from the Discovery rep. The aft weapons, we still have 2 more of the crit DM damage 3 pen mod phasers. And we added the Trilithium Enhanced Omnidirectional Phaser Beam from the Mission Reward Nexus. And an Omnidirectional Phaser Beam, another one, rerolled to crit DM damage 3, which we just bought off the exchange as well. So, full Phaser Beam. Captains, you know I love my torps. We still have that on here. I promise you. You probably saw it already. Devices. Kobayashi Maru Transponder for its buff goodness. Temporal Negotiator to help us with our CDs, cooldowns. And some energy candy for 20% bonus energy weapon damage for 20 seconds. Our consoles, we have Bioneural Infusion Circuits, which is from your low-buy store. Domino from the Bajoran Interceptor, which is an epic prize from your Phoenix Prize Pack store for its 15% phaser damage and all its goodness here. 25% fire cycle haste for energy weapons, 25% bonus all damage, 25% recharge speed for bridge officer abilities, and 100% recharge speed for torpedo weapons. We don't have that, but when we defeat a foe, when this console is on, we get that duration extended for 2 seconds. Highly recommended. If you ever get a chance to get the epic token, captains, highly recommend this console from the Bajoran Interceptor. We got its baby brother here, the M6 computer, which is from the Tier 3 Temporal Escort from your shipyard. Easily something you can buy with dilithium, which actually I'll be doing on my PS4 account. Shout out to my PS4 captains. I have enough deal for that, so that'll help that account and tune better. But it also is like the baby brother, like we said, for its 15% bonus all damage, 15 seconds, 25% cooldown reduction for tactical bridge officer abilities only, as opposed to the Domino, which is all of your buff powers. 20% fire cycle haste for all your weapons, and plus 30 AC and defense for 15 seconds. We are still putting on the Emulating Phaser Lance here from your Deimos Pilot Destroyer for its phaser damage there, 15.8, and shield pen, nothing to sneeze at. This console you can get from that ship, like we said, the Deimos Pilot Destroyer, from your event campaign captains. This could be a choice, and this is what I picked up last year. We got our dynamic power distributor module from your Atlas Protonaut type Dreadnought, which you can also get from the event campaign for the 11.3 all damage resistance rating. 19% directed energy damage, and plus its clicky goodness for 20 seconds, plus 40% bonus damage. And then 100 bonus damage resistance rating, and 500% hull regen. Of course, we are pairing it up with the point defense bombardment warhead. I told you, captains, I have some sort of projectile on this. Plus 25% projectile damage, 1% crit chance. That's cute. But when we pair it up with the DPRM, of course, it'll give us 33% phaser damage more. Woohoo! Here's my Quantums opening salvo from the Tier 6 Titan. Captains, you know I love this console. I really do. I do. That also helps, though, increase our critical hit chance by 21.4. Nothing to sneeze at. And then all I've done here is put 3 vulnerability locators for 39.4 phaser damage and 2% crit chance. This gives us a stat of 37.6 crit chance, 186.3 crit severity. Captains, I do have my Pendevers, which are my personal endeavors, ranked up all the way to 600, so keep that in mind. Specializations, nothing different. Intel, primary, temp, secondary. Traits is what we got going on here. Good day to die. Adaptive offense. Self-modulating fire. Beam barrage. Fragment of AI tech. Superior beam training. Unconventional systems. Terran targeting systems. Intelligence agent attaché, the Boimler effect. For starship traits. Now, when this ship came out, captains, we didn't really necessarily have this, all these goodness here. So we're glad that we have all these neat toys now to play with. Universal designs. Emergency weapon cycle. Overpowered and overgunned. My favorite traits, becoming one of my favorite traits, Carrier Wave Shield Hacking, use Tractor Beam, bye-bye shields. And then we're just going to use Energy Overdrive. Base Rep, we have our Precision, Advanced Targeting Systems, Magnified Firepower, Enhanced Shield Pen, and Tyler's Duality. Active Space Rep, have Anti-Time Entanglement Singularity, Biomolecular Shield Generator, Forced Challenge, Quantum Singularity Manipulation, and Refracting Tretrion Cascade. I can English, I swear. 2 art stations, left to right, top to bottom. Engineering team, gonna help us actually here. Explain that later. Chemosite Lace Weaponry. Attack Pattern Beta. Attack Pattern Omega. Again, captains, I love this power because whenever I actually press this or think about this power, I think of Cisco. I hear him in my head saying Attack Pattern Omega. Just saying. And because, of course, Intel Spec was revised, we're going to use all, well, not all, but this whole station is going to have Intel power. So, Viral Impulse Burst, Ionic Turbulence. Now, captains, when this power first came out, this was hilarious. So when you would shoot this out of, say, the big gate there in ISC or even a KSE, it would hit the gate and it would literally dance in place. It was the funniest thing ever. They fixed it, but with a lot of sadness. But they've revamped this along with the Intel Spec, so we're happy about that. Override subsystem safeties. Now, this does give a chance to shut down a random system. That's why we have engineering team on this to help negate that, but it's going to give us a power boost. Now, our main damage dealer, which is one of my favorite powers. I always liked the thought behind this, the name of it, Surgical Strikes, because I'd always imagine Surgical Strike was something that a ship would do when they're focusing fire on a target. telling tactical fire phasers they would be surgically, you know, placing their shots at the warp core, main power, you know, weapons or something like that. So that's why I like this. It slowed down also the fire rate and lessened the visual beam spam. Hence why I've always liked it. And even before the Intel revamp captains, you know I've been using this already. So that's our main damage dealer. Emergency powered engines, emergency powered weapons 2, and we're gonna go with eject warp plasma 1 there. Tractor beam, that's gonna help us take the shields out, and of course scramble sensors. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uncon procs here to help get my universals up there. So there's the stations. We'll go to our dupes. We'll go to our dupes. We still got the 2 helping us in space. Neil Falconer, increased damage versus Zeeberg. Elder Malikatan, of course, increased damage versus all. And this is what we did with our DOFs in space. Nothing too different. Emergency con recharges evasive maneuvers when emergency powered engines is activated. I have the 3 energy weapons officers. They give us a chance to stack crit chance and crit severity when we fire our energy weapons. We have Agent Neural. So Agent Neural actually comes from the Delta pack. So what this does is attack pattern beta restores hull when firing. So it's going to give us a little survivability. We do have attack pattern beta. This is in the Delta Rising pack. So is a ship. Why not? Why not? Delirene. Space increased damage versus a berg. And there we go. That is what we are doing. For this ship. So again, to make this even more stealthier, because I will say, captains, that this actually the materials have not aged well. So we're going to keep with the whole stealthy, but we're going to help it out just a little bit by putting on the Section 31 Vanity Shield. Cleans it up a little bit, makes it a little smoother, makes it more stealth bomber-ish, gives it more of a glow there. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take into an Elite Argala. Before we do that, we're going to shout out our fellow captains here. We have Blood Rave in his Eclipse. Shout out to you, my cap, Anthony Taylor. Shout out to you, Chaos. Shout out to Chaos and Saren. So here we go, captains. We're going to take it to Elite Argala, see how it does. And remember, who's with us? We all know who's with us. Stay with me. Picard and Riker. Always. Always. All right.
Ensign, take us out of here. Maximum warp.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Woohoo! Oh, warp trails need a little fixing. You see that curve? Curved. Features, captains, those are features. Here we go.
Tactical alert. Vessel approaching. Bearing 184, Mark
Oof.
7.
All hands.
This does have a cloak, so we're going to use that.
Battle stations.
Let's cloak first.
Weapons hot, deflectors to full.
Whoa, jeez. Wow. All right. There we go. Take her down. Take the shields down by shields. I love that. I so love that trait for tractor beam. Okay, there's the first group done. Save our major buffs for this next group. She's still kind of a nimble ship there. Get all the beam goodness there. Take that out. Do this. Help out with our cooldowns. Do that. Surgical strike's coming up again. Next ship over here. Oof. Ooh. I wish they would have some sort of visual cue for surgical strikes. I'm not sure what that would be, but as beam overload, the beam's actually enhanced a little bit. It's a little fatter. Surgical strikes, it's just slowing down the rate of it. I wish there's some sort of visual. I'm not sure what.
Carry out my orders.
And there we go. We're going to leave that in there because, like I said, Picard's in here. See, we're carrying out his orders.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard.
Okay, over here.
Sensors are picking up small habitations on some of the asteroids.
Take this out.
Possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary
Take
hideouts.
that group out. We're doing pretty good here, Caps. Doing pretty good. Alright, take out this Kazon carrier here.
We do what we want.
Use some energy candy. We're gonna try to save our buffs here because I think we're doing pretty good regardless. Oof, look at all that phaser goodness. The phaser goodness. Use this here. Oof.
Picked up a tight beam transmission.
I mean, it feels like it did increase pretty good, the damage output.
But it was probably a call for assistance.
There you go. Let's take this one out. Over here. Jeez, there you go. We're on the last group already. Let's use our cloak. Let's be all stealthy. Let's be all stealthy. Let's sneak up behind the target and do the pew-pew. Oh, let's do the pew-pew. Out of the cloak and boom. Hello. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you, sir. Again, I've always said this before. Could you imagine if on a Star Trek show there was like Filipino helm officers? That'd be hilarious. Or tactical officers or captains. Take your shields out. There. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Oh, there you are. You're hiding. Come here. Bye-bye.
Excellent work.
There we go.
Pacification party. Take the suspect into custody.
Alright, let's take the marks here. Let's go over here for our shelfies, captains. You know what that is? Those are our ship selfies. Alright, let's go over here.
Thank you for your
Excuse me, sir.
assistance
One sec.
and welcome.
1 second, sir. Let's take a shelfie right there. There you go. So that is how it did, captains. I think the changes were good. It actually did help. I felt a difference in performance, but really, regardless, the pew-pews that we do here nightly doesn't even require some of the TIFOs that we do in Elite. So it's just casual pew-pews that we do here. And I've always said this before, I'm not the best ship builder. I just build this for myself and for the nightly pew-pews we do. So captains, I invite you nightly to join us here on the Twitch bridge for our nightly pew-pew shenanigans, where we just have fun with our fellow captains and enjoy STO for what it is. So there you go, captains. The next couple build videos we will do will probably be some of the other ships from the Delta Rising pack. But other than that, we all know that as long as you synergize your build, it will do pretty well in this content. So captains, on that note, we will leave it on this.
Don't let them promote you. Don't let them transfer you. Don't let them do anything that takes you off the bridge of that ship, because while you're there, you can make a difference.